Next, the Ask the Coach segment, your questions for Coach Rizzotti. And after that, you will meet the freshmen, at least 3 of them, and our final St. Francis Hartford Hawks story segment, still to come on CPTV Sports. Welcome back to the show. Time now for Ask the Coach with Coach Rizzotti. Bill from East Granby has noted, as many of us have, that UConn will be back on the schedule starting next year, your alma mater. And of course, the first game, very exciting news, will be played here in Chase Arena, which is a big victory, of course, to get Gino to take his team here. What went into the decision process to renew this series after 2 years off with UConn?
Well, you know, we kind of take a couple years off anytime we've played the same opponent 6, 7 years in a row. So it's not because it was UConn, it's just a philosophy of our program. Plus we decided that we wanted to get away from playing the guarantee games and play more home and home series. So when I talked to Gino about it, you know, his first reaction was, well, where are all the fans gonna go? You know, the ones that normally come to the Civic Center. I said, well, my fans, the ones that buy season tickets for Hartford, will be really happy to have their great seats. And it's a great way for me to help continue to build the program and have excitement surrounding our program and in this building. And he said, yeah, I never really thought about it like that, you know. And so we just had an initial discussion about how if we renewed the series, I wanted to be able to play at least one game at our place. And so that was, you know, just between him and I, and he actually made that happen. So it just, I think it's a great thing for the program. Obviously, it's going to be a tough game no matter where it's played, but I think for our players, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience to have most likely the #1 team in the country at that time coming back to play in your gym, in your arena, and having the place filled, you know, to the brim with excitement and intensity.
It's going to be quite a night, no doubt. Get your tickets early for that one if you're lucky enough to get a ticket. Our second question, Margot in Berlin wants to know, once again, you were involved with USA Basketball this past summer, the U19 team winning a championship, the FIBA Championships in Chile, and you're continued involvement with some of the top young players in USA Basketball. How has it made you a better coach?
Well, you know, every situation you're in like that is so unique. It's very different from coaching here at Hartford or coaching in prior summers, and I think that it just kind of forces me to, you know, condense everything and really think about what's most important that I have to get in 2 weeks. And it really kind of, you know, forces me to get these kids in a situation where they can be successful in a lot quicker pace. But when I come back to Hartford, it makes me realize how important those fundamental things are. So it gives me a good balance of really challenging myself at that next level to be able to do things quickly, but also appreciate what I have here at Hartford and the time that I have to really develop kids over a 4-year period.
You were traveling quite a bit this summer between France and, of course, the USA Basketball. All right, those are the Ask the Coach questions. You can always get us your questions as well for future shows. One more segment to go, and it is the Meet the Freshmen. Yes, you'll meet 3 of the 4 new freshmen when we come back on Hartford Hawks Basketball with Jen Rizzotti.